Okay, so you're dissolving your DBA partnership, just doing a regular DBA sole proprietorship,
Right.
and then possibly converting to an LLC.
Possibly, if the benefits seem to be there. I don't really know exactly. That's the part where it's kind of wishy-washy.
I'm a huge advocate of an LLC, and the reason is that most of your liability goes into the LLC. So I'm not sure where you're working. Are you working from home? Okay, well, let's say if you're working from home.
Yeah, working from home.
Yeah, if you're working from home and you have deliveries, somebody comes and the UPS person delivers something and slips and falls, and then the lawsuit's against you personally. If something like that happens but you have an LLC, the lawsuit's against the LLC. There usually is business insurance because that's another expense. And then the business owner's policy would pay for that, and then you just kind of walk away from it. There are a lot of tax benefits to forming an LLC. Everything that is a business expense while you're working, your 25 cups of coffee, your donuts while you're working, snacks, all kinds of office supplies, computers, your internet, your phone, all those things are business expenses, and they go through the LLC as an expense. So if you bring in all kinds of money and it's going out as an expense, then you're not paying taxes on it. Whereas if you're an individual, if you're really, really good about keeping track of your records, then it's the same thing. It's still an expense, but it can be very beneficial for that LLC. There is the upfront cost. The LLC is going to cost you some money, and you mentioned the publication requirements. There are ways to do those where it's not super expensive. And then I always recommend business owners policies. It's about $500 for a year, and that just covers something weird that happens. So if there's something really, really weird that happens, that's not going to be covered, but just a delivery person, or if you've got a client coming into your studio and they fall, you never know. So I'm a huge advocate of forming some type of entity, either LLC or an INC corporation. The DBA at the county level is not truly a separate entity, so that doesn't protect you from the standpoint of liability. Another thing is the LLC can, and we never want to talk about this, but the LLC or the incorporation can just declare bankruptcy. I'm not making any money, this is just not going anywhere, and then the LLC goes into bankruptcy, they discharge all their debts, and then you just walk away from it. Nobody ever wants to do that, but this is what attorneys do. It's called the parade of horribles.
A parade of horribles?
Yeah, that's what we do in our head. We think about everything that could go wrong. Related, there's a staggering number of depression in our career too. But that's what we do. So, and the idea is you go through the things that could happen and you guard against them.
For now, we are still in the beginning of our business, to start the new business. So how do we help us to make, to register to be a corporate? We need to go to the part of the corporate, and how we can protect, help us to protect our parents not to be taken with other people or the competitors. That's my two questions.
I think the second question's easier. We can help you write the patent application and get the invention covered, probably under a provisional patent application. And the first...
It costs how much to do that?
What did you say?
How much to do that?
The provisional is probably around $2,000 to $2,500, the provisional patent application.
Patents are expensive.
Yeah. The non-provisional is more expensive, unfortunately. There's a lot of work that goes into it. And the first question was about
how to help us to get to register the corporate to our company.
To form an LLC or a corporation.
The corporation,
yeah, we can help you with that. We do the paperwork for you. You guys select the name, and we kind of do the heavy lifting from there.
It costs the same amount?
No, the LLC or the corporation's a little bit cheaper. I think an INC incorporation is probably about $1,000. The LLC is maybe $1,200-$1,300 because of the publication requirements. So those
It
are
takes
just
how long?
forming an entity takes a day or two. Yeah, it's fairly quick. So we work with people and we expedite it.
For the patent, it takes how long?
A provisional patent application would probably take maybe a month or two to get everything on file, get all the information, get it on file. Sometimes we can do it faster if there's a need. Yeah. Non-provisional takes a little bit longer.